I am a Republican.
Republican for 31 years.
I am a non-party preference voter.
I've been a Republican for most of my life until about 8 years ago.
I'm a registered Democrat. I was a parole and probation officer. I'm a gun owner. I have a child in the military.
My training is as an economist, and I was an economist at the Treasury Department in the Bush White House.
For many years I was a Republican, but the party left me. It's not the same party.
I think that Republicans and Democrats and Independents really have so much in common. We're much more alike than not alike.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could get back to some bipartisanship
I would love that.
in the Congress? I would love that.
That's what the majority of Americans want, is reasonable politics.
The Republican Party that I once knew has abrogated its core fundamental tenets. Look at where we are now. We have a Republican Party exploding the deficit. The time for fiscal stimulus is when the economy's in the trough, not when the economy's closer to the peak.
Climate is changing now. Do you know what Dana Rohrabacher says about this? That climate change is not real, that this is a hoax.
That's what they all say. It's just unbelievable.
If you do not believe that climate change is a real issue, then you should not be in politics. You should not be representing anybody.
We need a modern, science-based environmental policy. Digging in and pretending that science doesn't matter and pretending that it's a Chinese hoax, that doesn't get us there.
Orange County could be the innovative leader. What's stopping us from that happening?
Women's issues, not just women's health care, is being extremely compromised by our current administration and its supporters like Dana Rohrabacher.
Dana Rohrabacher is dangerous to women. I completely agree with that.
Who should be the judge deciding what with the people who
It's a woman and her doctor.
It should not be the government.
This country was built on immigrants, no question. And that's why I think most of us that are immigrants, we have such a love and deep appreciation for this country.
We're not welcoming the human capital from around the world that has driven our country. The best scientists have always wanted to come here. We've got to compete. We've got to make sure that they're welcome.
And Dana Rohrabacher, I don't believe, wants to work with other people, because if you ever tried calling his office, going to his office,
We all have not accessible.
there is a no open policy. I mean, you can't talk to him, you can't see him.
This is our chance for his performance review. What has he accomplished in his last cycle? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Dana Rohrabacher represents a world gone by. That world's not here anymore.
Here's a chance with Harley Rouda, somebody that can play to the middle and can bring us together.
Harley is a guy that has come out. He represents truly what this community needs. Pro-business, pro-environment, pro-climate.
In November, I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda.
I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda.
I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda.
If things are going to change, we have to be active citizens, stand up for what we believe in.
You'd be surprised if you stand up, how many people will stand up with you?
Think first about your people. Think first about where you come from. Think first about what fixes Orange County.
I am a non-party preference voter.
I've been a lifelong Republican.
I have been a Republican for all of my life until about 2 years ago when I became an independent voter. I'm a physician.
I'm listed as an independent. For many years I was a Republican, but the party left me.
I'm a registered Democrat. I voted Republican in a couple of local elections. I married a Republican, if that counts. I was a parole and probation officer, and I think of myself as someone who's practical. I'm a gun owner. I have a child in the military. I've done and been a lot of things in my life, and you know, changing your mind is a sign of intelligence. You can be more than one thing in the world.
Democracy is compromise, in my opinion, and we need to be having conversations about it, and we need to be making choices that everybody can live with.
Before the 2016 election, I thought we were headed towards real equality, which women do not have now.
That's one of the things that really got me involved with politics. I don't believe that we should have to go backwards.
But we're headed backwards.
We are.
Oh my God,
and that's why we need to all get up and get into the streets. It's because of that.
And I'm very much a supporter of a woman making her own choice with she and her doctor.
I do not want Dana Rohrabacher making those kinds of rules for me. And he's using his power to allow abuses of us in every way, including our health care.
Dana Rohrabacher is dangerous to women, and I completely agree with that.
Dana just shuts everybody out. He doesn't want to hear it. It's been so frustrating. You know, the franking mail that comes, the mail that he sends to tell me all the wonderful things he's done. I've started writing Too Little, Too Late, Susan Skinner, and I mail it back to him. It just is, you know.
Kudos to you.
Yes, thank you.
We have people in office who don't allow you to think differently than them.
Just the sense that you've been listened to is huge.
That's my belief about Harley Rouda. You don't have to have his belief system for him to listen to you and take into account that what you have to say might be valid.
I believe that when he's in office, we'll have a way to communicate with him and feel like we've been heard.
Yes. What we're doing here today, you're a Democrat, you know, you're a Republican, we're independents. We can have a civil discourse about what works and what doesn't and come out with some choices that will work for all of us.
In November, I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda.
I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda.
I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda.
I'm going to vote for Harley Rouda, and I'm going to get every neighbor, friend, relative, everybody I can to vote for Harley Rouda.
If things are going to change, we have to be active citizens, stand up for what we believe in.
If you feel something in your gut, stand up.
Yes.
And you'd be surprised if you stand up, how many people will stand up with you.
We're all neighbors, and we all need to come together for the good of this country.